If you're a fan of Legos, you might want to head down to the Henry Ford at Greenfield Village for a brand new exhibit.
With Ford Field, the additional Ford Field, there's 14 buildings total. Right behind me you'll see the Chicago skyline, which includes 6 buildings. And then throughout we have famous buildings throughout the world.
I played with Legos as a child. As an adult, I really didn't rediscover them until about 5 years ago. I'm no longer an architect. The economy just killed my practice 5 years ago, and I needed to find something else to do. Back in 2005, I was invited to a Lego convention called Brickfest, which was actually in Washington, D.C. And I brought some of these buildings out there, and I was trying to show architecture to the world using the Lego brick. And so I wasn't really necessarily a fan of Lego. I would say more or less I was an artist looking for a creative medium, and it just so happened that there were some Lego executives there, and they saw what I was doing and thought it was very interesting. I loved building models in college and in architecture classes, and with computers now everything is rendered, or I just got so sick of the computer screen, and I thought kind of doing something old school would be neat. So doing these buildings, and it has now turned into a full-time job. So I'm working with Lego, developing Lego architecture sets at retail, and then I'm developing, obviously, these exhibits. If I'm using special techniques or special parts, then I really can't be an inspiration. But when I show people that I don't use glue, and this happens to be a train track, and I'm using it in a different way, it's a great motivation and inspiration to people. So, about is there a challenge for a particular one? They all present unique and different challenges. Using square Lego bricks and a restricted amount of palette of parts and elements, because I typically just use basic elements, not specialized pieces. It's really your imagination, and everyone is kind of a little bit of a puzzle, and so for me that's where the draw is. If I were to just have one of these on a deserted island with me, kind of a thing, it'd be Falling Water, just because I really think that kind of hits home with what I'm trying to do with the Lego brick as a medium.
Which building have you worked on that took the most amount of time?
Well, Burj Khalifa did. It's standing at just about 18 feet tall and about 450,000 pieces. That took me about 3 months to build and design, and it's really the design time that takes a lot of it. But the Ford Field that I just finished up, actually 6:30 this morning, as we were setting it up. I mean, that's really neat because it involves some architecture and engineering I hadn't done before. So like figuring out how to do the dome or the clear expanse of the truss. So I had to figure out how to clear span 4 feet out of little Lego pieces. And so here you can see exposed is the truss and the roof structure, and that was kind of neat because it presented a challenge to me I hadn't done before.
It's going to be on site from tomorrow, Saturday, November 3rd, until February 24th, and our regular museum hours 9:30 to 5, and it is free with admission into the museum.